Okay, so in this mode set up for engine room sim, we've got two individuals doing individual learning, but they've been given the same task to start generator number 2. So on the left hand side and on the right hand side, both players have got their IPMS screens up so they can see the results of the actions they're going to do. So they're now going to both go and try and find generator number 2 and go through a local startup of that generator and see the impact on their IPMS. But the point here is that they will only see their own actions. So you can see on the left hand screen here he's found his generator pretty quickly and he's now starting that up. And we'll see the impact on his IPMS screen, but we should see no impact on the right hand player who has not yet started their generator. And there's the generator starting on the left hand player, but not on the right hand player. So having started to complete their tasks of starting up the generator, for which one individual has completed and one hasn't, as the instructor I can now inject events into individuals' games specifically. So I'm going to set a fire on the right hand player's screen who is struggling to start the generator. So we can see now the right hand player has a fire that they now have to deal with and carry out the actions for extinguishing the fire with hail and drench. The left hand player is unaffected and is carrying on about their tasks. As part of the multiplayer simulation setup, we can have players conducting different roles, different jobs and things within different areas of a machinery setup on a vessel. Across these 4 screens you can see the big view of the main machinery space in question, with colour coding to help use and identification of various subsystems within the main machinery space, and this simulates all the valve operations and machinery operations in this area. So alongside the main machinery space in a multiplayer simulation, you can have the different roles such as the machinery control rooms, where someone is monitoring IPMS and local remote control panels for different machinery. The IPMS that you can see on the screen there is specific to the ship type that has been built, and so you'll see a different IPMS screen for different vessels used in simulations. So the IPMS screen you can see here at the moment is for the lube oil transfer system, showing both lube oil separators in green on the centre of the screen. So in this scenario, we've got maybe an outside watchkeeper who's going to conduct some maintenance on one of the lube oil separators. So he or she will ask for permission to take lube oil separator number 1 for maintenance, and permission will be granted by the MCR. And so they'll take it into manual mode, shut down the separator, and we'll see it shut down on the panel. So having shut down the lube oil separator within the main machinery space itself, we can see the IPMS screen has replicated that change of state, and the lower lube oil separator has gone grey to show that it has been switched off. So having switched off the lube oil separator, we can now conduct a variety of maintenance tasks and checks depending on what's been task has been set for us. And in this example, if I switch off the water supply and then accidentally leave it switched off, I can now come back here and switch the lube oil separator back on. We'll see the current rise and everything is coming up on the panel as we expect. So as you can see, the lube oil separator on the IPMS screen has gone green again because it's back online. However, you can see an alarm is now displayed and audible as a result of having left the water supply off, and the temperature is rising on that piece of machinery. So in this setup here we have 3 individuals all in the same simulation in a main machinery space in VR view. What this allows them to do is to walk around conducting tasks, whether that's starting a ship up from cold ready for handing over the bridge, or whether it's daily rounds or hourly rounds or anything on running machinery. They can move around the compartment. They can either use shortcut methods to jump from compartment to compartment, or they have a map available to them to use to see where they are. They can interact with switches, valves, buttons, emergency stops, and open and close them as required. Any impact to any of the actions they take will be picked up by the IPMS in the machinery control room on one of the other workstations, and alarms will sound as required. Or the lights might go out and they'll have to reset their actions and resolve the problems they've caused.